Hello everyone, so today I'm making a video for you guys on my new soldering iron. So I purchased a new soldering iron for myself last week and I've been using it for a whole week, and this is my initial review. So before getting started, I haven't really soldered before getting this iron, so this is my first iron and I'm pretty new at it, but I've gotten pretty decent after using this iron. I actually got into robotics and I wanted to solder some wire and practice and PCBs and stuff. So one of the items I got into is this new to me, DJI Rise Tello. You could actually program with this drone, and if you guys want to see a video on this, it's a really good drone, and I could make a video on for you guys. So this is the soldering iron I actually purchased. This is the Firmware Ts100 with the B2 tip. I actually upgraded the firmware, so I'm going to tell you guys everything, what it comes with, how I like it, and the information of this soldering iron. I actually purchased this from Amazon, like majority of my products, and this was like $72 without tax, and tax is going to be different for every state. And this is the kit I purchased. So let's get started. So starting with the iron, this is the Firmware TS100 with the B2 tip. And if you see, this is 12 to 24 volts or 17 to 65 watts. This is some information if you guys want to see, or if you guys missing it. So comparing this iron, it's my hand, and it's not a very big iron, it's super small, but this iron could take on some very powerful soldering stations that I have seen. So let's get the other stuff it comes with. So this is the soldering station. This is your generic, normal, cheap soldering stand. Fits like this. This is the sponge UVet. It's pretty good, but I kind of didn't want to use this because it's not really properly secured, because the wire it comes with, this is the charging wire, the adapter. This is your normal printer laptop wire, and it's kind of hefty, see? And a lot of times when you're using this soldering iron and the wire is like pushing it and stuff, so what I did was I actually have a mechano set, and I built this little stand. You can literally build it as small or as big as you want. So what I do is when I'm using the iron, I just flop it in there and it doesn't touch and it doesn't fall. Even with the fat wire, it doesn't tip over because I added these little right angle pieces. It also comes with this soldering wire, but believe me, if you guys, this wire's kind of garbage, and I'm pretty new to soldering, and when I was using this, I couldn't really get the tip of the iron to tin, and I was super frustrated. But what I actually did was I did some research, and I actually went to Home Depot and I bought this. This is the electrical from Harris silver bearing Rawson core solder. It's lead free, 1.6 millimeter. It's a little bit thicker than I need, but it's 8 ohms or 226 grams. And let me tell you this is pretty good soldering wire. It also comes with a portable barrel jack wire that you could plug into any RC batteries. And again, I said this soldering station works with 12 to 24 volts. You could use it 12 to 24. So this is pretty good. I really like this wire. It's super flexible. It has good silicon covering. And this barrel jack connector is 5.5 millimeter DC. So if you guys want to purchase that or use whatever, it's pretty good. It's like 1.5 feet, maybe to 2 feet. And like I said, it comes with this power cable, the stand, the very cheap garbage quality solder wire. So now coming back to the solder, I actually upgraded the firmware. This is, I'm pretty sure, the new Ralin firmware. So the firmware I'm using now is super cool. You could actually customize like the boot up screen. So if I unplug it, that's my name, and I just drew this. So this is the setting I have it set at. Tip is set to 420 volts. I mean Celsius. The input is 24 volts because I'm using the wire adapter it comes with. To start the soldering, you just click on the A button and it ramps up super quick. One thing I did notice is if you're not using 24 volts, it is a little bit slower. And the booklet it comes with, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. Let me plug this. See the wire, it's not moving anywhere. And if I use the normal one, see the wire is going to be like pushing it all over. So let me put that there. So if you, this soldering, the Ts100 comes with many different variants. You could only buy the soldering iron and you'll only get this. It's a little bit cheaper. So to update the firmware, there's a lot of YouTube videos, but I'm going to show you guys what to do. So right here, if you see, what you're going to do is go on Google, type Ts100 firmware. It's going to call the Ralin, and then what you're going to do is download that to your computer. Then to plug into your soldering iron, what you're going to do is there's a micro USB cable right there on top. You can't use this to power the soldering iron. So what you're going to do is press A, plug into your USB connected to your computer. Then you're going to move the folder from your computer to the storage device. And when it says right here, it's going to say the hex file. When it says RDY, that means your new software has uploaded. So this is the little instruction guide it comes with. This is your warning. And it also comes with an Allen key and 2 extra screws. One thing this iron also comes with, I just remembered, is a grounding wire. I actually forgot to include that. It has a pretty good quality / strength alligator clip. Where this goes in is right here. If you see, it has a little, you're gonna unscrew that piece and then put that there, and it's gonna ground your item. One thing I actually built / made for this soldering iron is the tip cleaner. It doesn't come with the tip cleaner, it only comes with this stand thing. I actually purchased the brass sponge and 3D printed this, and I had to tape this because I actually stuffed 2 sponges, so it's a lot easier. Because what I did was I printed this first and then I ordered these, and these were a little bit smaller, so now it's pretty easy to clean. This is essential soldering, good soldering. One tip I have for you guys, I don't know if you guys want a tip from me or not, is have good soldering wire, because I was kind of aggravated because I couldn't really solder that well. Let me fix my tripod to show you guys the solder. Another thing I purchased for this soldering iron and myself is these helping hands. If you go to Menards, if there's some Menards close to you, you could get this thing for like $3.99, and it's very helpful. So let's get started with soldering. Also, if you guys want a mini review, inside review, I highly recommend these zip tie cutters or wire cutters. These are from Target, and these are made in Taiwan, and let me tell you this, these are really cool and they're pretty good. I have a 3D printer from Ender, and it comes with that, and it's trash. So boom. So I'm gonna strip these wires and hack something up and show you guys how good the iron works. So this is just a dead micro USB cable. I'm just practicing to solder, and don't judge my soldering job because I'm pretty new. I've been only soldering for a week. So one thing I learned to solder is what we're gonna do is twist this like that. One thing I learned from watching YouTube videos is if you damage the cable inside your soldering, it's not gonna work very well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna intertwine these two together and show you guys. So I just have this wrapped around these two wires. This isn't useful, or I'm not gonna plug this into anything. So this is just for video purposes and not anything serious. So you see, if I was doing something more, I would do a better job, and it wouldn't be like this. So now that's focusing on that, I'm gonna plug in the iron. Even with the stock firmware, let me move this here. The wire is a little bit short for some reason. So with the new firmware, when you plug in the iron, it's gonna go into the mode. You're gonna press the A button, it's gonna warm up. If you want to see the settings, this is the temperature I have it set to. So what we're gonna do is just solder this. I'm gonna keep this here, untwine this. I can't really see anything. See, it's at 415, whatever. And what I'm gonna do, one thing I learned is you're not supposed to put the solder on the tip, except you're supposed to. See, it works pretty good. One thing I forgot to tell you guys is whenever you're soldering, you should have some type of exhaust. And what I actually built or hacked up is I actually took a PC fan. I forgot to set it up. I took a booster. So what this does is the fan works on 12 volts. I don't know if you guys could see that. You're gonna boost this 5-volt adapter to 12 volts. This video is all over the place. So I have this magnetic wire. I touch that and it works. I use this as a normal fan to fan myself when it's hot. But what you're gonna do is, this is very important. I totally forgot to plug this in because I'm making a video. So what you're supposed to do is touch this, and then see, this iron is really good. And what I'm gonna do is take this, clean it, and with this solder, the Harris, it tips really, it tins the tip. I can't even talk. It tins the tip very good, and with this, it's not. You don't even need a tip tinner. Well, that's kind of funny, but coming back to our soldering job, see, it took me seconds. So if I was doing this for a project, what I would do is solder back there, solder here. But you could see that this iron has no problem working with thick, thin, skinny. That's the same thing as thin wire. See, it turns on. You touch this when it's warmed up. See? Boom. Super good. It like boils because it's so hot. That's its job. I'm gonna clean the tip. It tins perfectly. It's a good solder. And with this iron, if you want to change the setting, what you're gonna do is click on this, and this is the power setting, soldering setting, sleep mode. So when you're not using this iron, it goes to sleep. User interface, advanced options, and if you guys want more information on those, I don't really want to make the video super long, but you could go on the GitHub. I'll have it linked. And I really like this iron. One thing I don't like is not the iron's fault, but this wire is a little bit thick, and it's kind of. But if you use the other portable wire, I haven't plugged in, but you could see how much flexible it is. So hi, I hope you guys liked my video of the Ts100. Ts100, and I know it was all over the place, but I really like this soldering iron. I'm pretty sure it will give a huge challenge to like brands like Weller, power like soldering stations, and other Chinese, and I think this is a good investment. I actually bought this from Amazon from UY Chan. It's the upgraded original Ts100. This is the digital OLED, and I highly recommend them too because I had some questions and they got back to me. And if you guys liked my video, please leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.